Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2 testing. Okay, and that's on 1 2 3. There we go. So this morning we have two stocks that are up here on the scanner: IPDN and BMNR. Now, today we have to remember that this is the last trading day of the month. Neither one of these have catalyst yet. They could pop out with catalyst during any time really, but yeah, we will definitely look into them. Let's talk about, since these two are uh, kind of waiting on catalyst, waiting on a reason. Let's talk about last week. So last week I had a little bit of a stumble, right? Let's just say it like that. So let's go look at what happened last week. So here's my journal. These last two trades that I took at the end of the month, these were very, very questionable trades. I did end up oversizing into them. One I took like 1,000 shares or something, and then another one I took like 800 shares. Um, One was ASTI, had catalyst, had some space catalyst, but my entry was way too early, and I really just was not too patient on this one. And then RCT, that had no catalyst, no day one catalyst, but it had catalyst from the day before, but the catalyst was still kind of weak. Let's go ahead and click into this AST. So AST ended up sitting through some pain on ASTI, my bad. Here is the how the graphical looked for my entry. So basically I was up, 73 bucks, down almost 93, and I just held. This was a long hold for me. And you can see it over here, my buys, and then where I sold that, right? And this just, it didn't really make a lot of sense to oversize on this, but look at where these prices went down here. So at the lows, I was down, you know, way lower than my risk, right? So this is like 400 bucks right there. 400 bucks, and then all of a sudden it shot back up. So this was kind of this is a very bad trade as far as risk to reward, being down 400 bucks. And then as soon as it started hitting green, I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get out of here. And then we had this big snap down. So it came up here, and I was up like 200 bucks, and it snapped down as I was taking profit up here. Back down to red, and so I'm glad I was taking profit and getting on out of there. But look at this chart pattern on the 15-minute, just a dead chart pattern. I was like, you know what, this just wasn't it. Same type of deal for, and also with my risk to reward, I'm usually getting 20 to 30 cents. This one, I just happy to get back green. I was like, yep, I'm back green, let me just sell it and get out, you know. The other trade, which was even worse, was RCT. RCT on Friday. No catalyst. Again, look at this. So I was looking for this thing to just kind of base out, but it didn't have a catalyst to base out on. So it continued to go down, and I got burned bad. I mean, like bad, bad. Sat through some heavy pain here. And so I bought up here around 350s, looking for the 350 hold, and it kept crashing. So look at this. So I was up 50 bucks, held a little bit, up just a little peep right here, up 20 something, up whatever, but I was down on the downswings, 100 bucks, whatever. And then it took this big dip down on 1,000 shares that I had. And at the very bottom, I was down probably 900 bucks, 900 bucks. And I was just sitting through pain at this point. And then it popped up in aftermarket all the way back up here. And as soon as it hit green, I was just taking profit. I was like, yeah, this is bad. So, ended up ending the trade on 100 bucks, but I was down way further than my normal risk, trading these stocks with either weak catalysts or oversizing into these stocks. So that's been my two things. It's not really just trading. I just broke the scope of my trading on last week with those last two trades. Need to look for things with catalysts. Need to look for get back to the original purpose of the trade, right? Because a lot of these that are up, IPDN is up 194, but it has no catalyst. And I've already got burned twice this month. I almost ruined my month with these last two trades that either had weak catalyst or oversized. So just getting back on the horse. Last day of the month, looking for some catalyst today, and it is Monday, so catalyst definitely could pop out, and that's what I'm going to be waiting on. Let's go and look at these two here. IPDN. Oh, I guess I didn't show. So this is where the month sits with those last two trades right now. So these two almost, the 26 and 27 almost ruined the month, the whole month. So, being now down 900 bucks on the 27th and then being down like maybe 3 or 400 on this one, these two could have ruined the whole month. And I do not advise just holding like I did, because I was like, I just don't want to give up my month because of these two. I just couldn't cut it. But yeah, I'm refocused, repurposed, and back on the ship now. Anyway, yeah, we got this last day, and we will see what kind of catalyst pops out on today. Um, yeah, let's look at these charts for IPDN. IPDN, like I said, no catalyst. Reached a top up here during pre-market on, or no, this is this morning. Okay, so started trading high at way early at 4 o'clock, the open. Don't really know why that popped up, but we'll look into it. Let's go to our Yahoo over here, or actually, we don't have to go to Yahoo. We can go over here to IPDN. Last news was on Wednesday, May 14th. Professional Diversity Network. Okay. Global developer and operator of online and in-person networks that provides access to networking, training, education, and employment opportunities for diverse individuals. Today announced its financial results. So that was earnings back in March. Let's see, March 31st, 2025. They do have some AI keywords in here, but they're gonna have to get a catalyst today for me to touch it. Let's see what they got on SEC filings, June 18th. A little bit more recent. Let's see what the kind of filing they got here. Looks like some Chinese names in here. We'll see how that goes. Nothing just sticking out in these filings though. Date of report, professional, blah blah blah. Okay. Let's jump over here and see what they actually are. IPDN. Okay, so Professional Diversity Network Inc. operates online professional networking communities with career resources in the United States. It operates through three segments: Talent Ally, National Association of Professional Women, and Remote More USA. The company offers online professional job seeking communities that offers, good morning, Cable, good morning, Donnell. Uh, Professional job seeking communities that offers recruitment services such as single and multiple job postings, recruitment media, talent recruitment communities, corporate memberships, hiring, campaign marketing, all of this marketing advertising. Okay, so it was founded or incorporated in 2003 and is headquartered in Chicago, Illinois. Let's go look at that other one, BMNR. BMNR last news press release was Bitmine Immersion Technologies completes Bitcoin purchases from proceeds. Okay, so anybody can buy Bitcoin, so it's not like they did anything super duper. They just bought quite a bit of Bitcoin, 16 million or whatever. But I mean, Bitcoin is like the Nasdaq. Like buying 16 million isn't gonna change anything. Let's look at the SEC filings. Bitmine Wednesday. Bitmine Emergence Technologies. All right. Same report. Same report. Proceeds deducing fees and expenses were approximately 16 million. Okay, so this is fees and expenses, press release, blah blah blah. Yep. I'm gonna have to wait for some catalyst, something to attract me to it today. I almost messed my month up once, and I'm so glad those things recovered because it would have been horrible. Actually, I mean, it just would have left me with like 900 bucks on the month maybe. But holding through that pain was just stupid. When I could have just followed my rules and just got out, um, it was stupid. It was stupid to do that, especially knowing it's the end of the month. It's the end of the month, and I'm just like, oh man, I just gotta, I gotta do this, gotta do that. But it's just all I needed to just make 500 bucks on the week was 15 bucks. I risked 900 bucks for 15 bucks. That's stupid. But alas. All right. Anyway, though, there's some. Let's go look at this. So down here on, whoops, the journal that I use is TraderSync, and it's basically it gives you a lot of good information, snapshot for the month, and all of this good stuff. Um, you can see hourly how you're doing, what volume that you usually do the best at. Um, I usually trade 100 to 500 shares. So that's basically what this is: 0, 5, 10, 20 to 40. I'm usually trading around 100 to 500 shares, and this one was 500 to 1,000 shares. I did trade a little bit more than that, but that is too little to even pretty much document, I guess. Yeah, $1,000. It's just over trading, or not over trading, oversizing. I haven't really been over trading, but oversizing for sure. Entry prices. You got your evaluator where you can pick out different. You can pick out. You can do crossovers of different things. Like you can say, okay, well, if I was trading on Monday, if I was trading on at 8 o'clock, if I was trading, I can list whatever mistake that I made. Let's say below ATR high, and let's see what else. Let's do, what crossovers do we want to do? Um, Let's go at 10 o'clock. Let's see what else. Month of January. And then you build out your evaluator, how you want to evaluate for the future. It also has a simulator, also has drawdown. So this drawdown got nasty for a little bit on those last 2 days, really nasty. Hourly, how you do hourly, 6 o'clock. So my best time seems to be around 8 o'clock is when I'm taking profit. Doesn't mean that I'm entering at 8 o'clock. I may be in a trade or whatnot, but you know, weekdays, Fridays has been the least productive day, and it definitely showed this last Friday because I almost increased this loss to $900. Monthly, yearly entry prices. You know, usually I'm making the most around, let's see, usually just up to $50, down to $2, something like that. Volume, you know, hold time, definitely almost caught. I don't even, what was my hold time on that last one that I did? I bet it was super long. It had to be an hour or something. Yeah, an hour in a trade is crazy. Both of these losers that took me down to the depths were over an hour long. So that's insane. Everything else is like, you know, up to 30 minutes or so. But an hour long is, yeah, I'm pretty much in a losing battle at that point. Where was I? Hold time, settings, mistakes, opening gap. Opening gap percentage. Yeah, yeah. And then they also show you your sectors that you do the best in. So this month, my sectors that I did the best in were manufacturing, and I don't know what this uncategorized is. It may be like some biotechs or something, and then transportation and warehousing. So made a good bit of money on all of those, and we can do the symbols. So what did I trade that I was green on? What did I trade that I was red on? Some of these I was big red on, like nuke, trash. AIFF I was red on, CTNT, you know, and all of these losses are right around, you know, this is the biggest one, $167, but definitely could have been worse on this month. So the ones I made the most on were GCTK and SRM. So yeah, pretty nice little thing here. You got this journal where you can actually go in and put in your notes per trade. You can put in images here, save snapshots of your trades or whatnot. You can do replays of these trades as well. They actually make custom playlists for your different strategies. So here are all of my strategies here, mistakes, setups, and all of that good stuff. And so they make playlists going into each strategy. And so I have a couple of strategies here that I kind of look at to either keep me in a trade or keep me out of a trade, you know. So yeah, they do that, and you can actually go back and watch the playlist of these strategies or how many symbols or whatever fall into specific strategies. Market replay, you can always go back and watch the market in a simulator, how it traded, and do some sim trades in here. And then you have your trading plan that you can create. So trading plan is kind of like, whoops, I was messing around in the trading plan. I forgot what I was doing in the trading plan, but you can create, like, let's say you have a strategy like continuation on ATR break, or whatever your strategy is, and you can simulate how it would have done on past days. But anyway, back over here, we still got these two pillars moving. RCT is the one that I absolutely got ripped on. So basically, this is the chart for it on the 1 minute, and it was came down and it was bottling around this 325 345 level, and I was getting in, and you can see my little outline, right, that I was supposed to be stopping out at, and this thing dropped off the map for an hour and something, then finally recovered in aftermarket. And as soon as I hit green, I was jumping out right here. I was not holding into aftermarket, and I'm so glad, because guess what? Fade right on down to non-existence. So I was like, man, this is crazy. But yeah, I'm taking RCT off. I need to see Catalyst. Another one that was called out in Discord was WFF on Friday. I did not touch this one. This one now, at least RCT had Catalyst the day before. WFF had no Catalyst at all. So I definitely wasn't coming in playing with this one. So this one did do a where you go? Did do quite a bit of a move. Looks like it did some halting up at the $9 and all of that. But this was insane. Um, this one went all the way up to $16 and fell, just almost straight line fell down to $7. So I was like, yeah, that's not my type of movement. And then it just faded. But anyway, we got our top two to watch today. Donnell called out We Buy. Let's see, We Buy. We'll look at that. And then let's see, what is We Buy doing today? Oh my goodness, this thing looks like a war zone. Let's go to the. Does it even have Catalyst? And We Buy, isn't this one of those Chinese stocks? Let me see. Let me go check. We Buy. Is this a Chinese stock? We Buy profile. I think this is China. Maybe it's not. We Buy Global Limited operates as an e-commerce retailer with dual focus on grocery and travel in Singapore, Indonesia, and internationally. It offers a range of products, including food and beverages, fresh produce, lifestyle, daily essentials, e-vouchers, miscellaneous daily needs, and personal care items, as well as packaged tours. The company was founded in 2019 and is headquartered in Singapore. All right. Singapore. Now this one has not popped on the scan, so it's not meeting the criteria yet. Maybe it will at some point, but I'm not gonna focus into it until it hits that scan. Y'all seeing anything else other than We Buy? I see these wicks though. I see on the 1 minute the wicks. Let's look at the 15 minute here. And also let's see if it has any news. We Buy. So We Buy press releases. It has news on today. We Buy Global Limited integrates Coinbase to accept stablecoin payments. Okay, so first of all, anybody can integrate Coinbase to. Let's say if you want to take payments for your business, you start a business sharpening pencils, and you want to integrate Coinbase to accept stablecoin payments. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. So I don't know if that's going to be the hottest commodity today. Um, I just don't see it. So that's why it's probably not. That's why it's probably not meeting my criteria. Oh well. I'll be careful, because remember, all you need to do is have a pencil sharpening business to enable those payments. BMNR going on down. It is up 27%, becoming a 20% struggler. We just waiting for something to pop up. Now, if We Buy leads the day and it has the catalyst and it's leading the day, then I'm just gonna wait for something to try to challenge it. But I'm definitely not gonna force that hand. IPN, let's look at that. Cable says was watching you do RCT on the Market Watch on Discord, some near banished into. Yeah, for real, Cable. I I was like, oh my gosh, man. I was like, this trade right here is a wake up call for the one for me to follow my rules, because I broke every rule. I went on a roller coaster ride with no safety equipment. There were no chairs, no seats. I was just sitting on this long, spiky pole riding this ride, and man, it was a lot of pain. Donnell was in there laughing. He was posting pictures about pain and crying, and I'm like, bruh, I'm for real over here filling up sweat buckets. But yeah, it recovered by the grace of God, and I was able to sell out. But man, it was hard. It was hard. You know what? I think the hardest thing was me knowing that I have a risk management system and knowing how bad I have failed that system. Like the system didn't fail me. I, as a human, failed the system. And to see $900 down, I was like, where's all of this sweat coming from? I was on one, man. And I, like I said in the Discord, I was like, man, I am sitting through some tears right now, giving back profit. But BMN are going on down there. One of the things that I have been another thing that I did on Friday that let me see, RCT. One of the things that I did not do, you know how I usually draw those imaginary lines and all that good stuff. I didn't do any of that. I just looked up here and I was like, oh wow, this thing's holding up around 350. The only problem is it had no reason. And I was like, I think it can go back up here and test. It was in this downtrend. I was like, yeah, I think it could do this. But if I would have just opened my eyes and did the normal analysis, right? Would have came down here. Let's zoom back here. Came down here to this and did a normal analysis. The first thing I would have did is backtrack and look for the uptrends, right? So if I backtrack back here and I look for the uptrends, where could some uptrends be? So we could look here. Did I have it marked? No. Okay, now I got it marked. We could go here. Got an uptrend there. Right? We got an uptrend over in this area, clear uptrend. And if I just looked at these uptrends like a normal person, I would have seen, wow, I bought up in here when really there's no kind of uptrends. There are lower lows, and I literally could have seen, wow, this thing has the opportunity or the potential to come down here to 275, right? When I'm up here buying at 345, it dropped down and almost reached that secondary. Donnell had called out $2. I was like, man, if it hits $2, I'm gonna cry so hard because that's gonna be over $1,000 gone. And just even drawing the uptrends could have saved me. I mean, any part of my normal routine could have saved me. But I was just I had took some time off, went for a walk, got some lunch, came back and was just looking around the market like some kind of loose cannon. And man, I got shot in the foot, the nose, everything. Anyway, this is a different day, and we definitely are back on the horse today. BMNR came up here multiple times and found resistance at the 759, 750s, 750s, and then a lower high, and is now coming back down towards the ATR lows or the ATR high. And yeah, not looking great, especially running out of volume, and it's only up 20 something percent. And another thing that I hate is 20% strugglers, things that cannot rip through 20%. Go ahead and get to 30%, 40%, 50%, just rip, just continuous motion. 20% strugglers, I'm like, yeah, that's not my type of action. And BMR only has 5 million, looks like 5 million shares on it right now. And then IPDN, look at this trading. This is just nasty. Came up here to 757, gave back $4 worth of profit, jumped all the way back up. So it killed the longs, then it killed the shorts, then it faked like it was gonna kill the long or the shorts, came back up, and then killed the longs again. So a lot of death in IPDN there. A lot of death. Let's go and look at Yahoo and see what's on the front page, what people are seeing, and then we'll go and check out some more news. All right, so Canada scraps digital services tax that Trump slammed. Canada rescinded the tech tax at the 11th hour, reviving trade talks ahead of Trump. Yeah, because I remember earlier last week, Trump said, you know what, I don't even want to talk to Canada anymore. We're going to kill it all. And so Canada's trying to get back on they were thinking about putting more taxes on us and all of that. But yeah, they definitely, I wouldn't say backpedal. I would say skydive backwards off of that plan. I don't know, man. Something about money that makes people move. Let's see. Disney stock has bagged a Jeffries upgrade. Okay. Weaker jobs may limit equities upside. Let's go look at the overall market too, actually, while we out here just swinging around. Okay, so overall market has made all new highs. I mean, it's incredible. You know, if anybody was short because of the war or anything like that, they got their whole back blown out. Let's see. So we have a top up here of 22,000, but with this kind of trend, I just don't know what it wants to do. End of the month, it just is so bullish. When will it want to take a rest? I don't know. Waiting for old wheat buy to pop up here if it's good, but nobody's really trading it like that. Let's see if we can find anything else. Nothing else popping on the scans. All right, let's go look at IPOs. Do we have any IPOs on today? Today, IPO. No results found there. Let's see what it's got over here. June. Yeah, nothing today. So last day of the month, they're definitely not putting anything out. For next month, we got Capsule Vision opening up. Looks like on the 1st, supposed to be expected IPO. Capsule Vision. I looked into this one earlier. What was it again? Let me see. So we're a commercial stage medical technology company that develops advanced imaging and artificial intelligence technologies that are deployed in our capsule endoscopy solutions to identify abnormalities of the gastrointestinal tract for diagnostic and screening purposes. Okay. So we'll see. It's a low float that's supposed to be opening up tomorrow. Let's go and look at Benzinga chat and see what the chatters are talking about this morning. So let's see what we can see. Starting off, so today they called out INMB down huge. We already know that. INMB, they were probably already shorting that thing from the top. VSF. Okay, let's go on down to where the actual volume comes into the market. Called out CEG, maybe a short. What I do notice is in Benzinga, they do not talk about small caps a whole lot. Like you'll see some people coming here on small caps, but a lot of these people are shorting. Is what I've seen for these day traders. They are shorting heavy and hard. Or if they're talking about a small cap, it's because they're shorting. They're like, oh, I got 1 million shares of XYZ. It's like, what? It's like, you're in where? And so these people in Benzinga, these big shorts, when you see these short squeezes, they're getting squeezed out. They're in 1 million, 2 million shares getting squeezed out. It's insane. It's like, bro, you need to sell. You need to cover. Because like WFF or something like that, getting destroyed. And I can actually chat with them if I want to. I can, actually put in messages and all that. It's not like just you can't interact. You can actually chat, but yeah. Whoops, you can do that. Okay, so let's see. Let's go over here to the news feed. So this morning, is this morning start? Okay. So this morning we got Tesla up here, odd lots. We got Apple, Jim Chanis on the nuttiness of Bitcoin treasury companies. The nuttiness of Bitcoin. We buy is up there 94%, still not meeting the criteria. ACN, Palantir, we buy again up there. Disney, and then INMB taking a dive. So we buy is up there on the news feed, but I made a mistake trading just off of news feed before instead of letting it hit the scanners, and I got cooked. I got absolutely roasted. Let's go see where we put we buy 8. Let's go look at where we buy is now. So we buy making its way up there. Singapore company hit a high of 1191. Does have a catalyst on the day. What's the volume out here on we buy? We buy, whoops. WB. We buy has only 7 million shares traded, about to be 8 million, up 95%. Let's look out here on the daily chart. Daily chart. So closed last time at 563. It is currently trading at $11. So it got over this $9.98, that $10 level. And remember, it is all they did was they made Coinbase their payment system, or their stable coin payment system. So anybody can do that. Literally anybody. Had a pop up here, whatever, but with that catalyst, I don't know how far it can go. 10.05 is a level that is pretty standoutish. We can see that pretty well right there, $10. Other than that, though, we got the body of this candle back here at 16. And I don't know if it can get to those highs, but we got another body right here at 12.46. So we got 3 levels of unconfirmed, or 2 levels of unconfirmed resistance. All right. And I probably should have just duplicated that. I always forget you can duplicate. So let's duplicate, bring that down. But the only thing is about this $12.30, it's not a super obvious level. Like, unless everybody's looking at the body candles, I don't think it's super obvious. But this one up here, this 15.92, is kind of obvious on the chart, and this $10 is kind of obvious. So let that one ride. But even the $15, I'm not sure about that. We got unconfirmed support down here at 10. Unconfirmed support. Just waiting for it to meet some criterias. But I'm probably it's at 101% right now. I'm probably going to be a little bit more careful on it. It is a Chinese Asian based company, and you know how the Asian companies like to do at the end of the month. They're trying to make their quota. That's what they're into. They're like, you know what? America's looking real good on the month. They're up a lot. And we can make a couple million off of them. Let's get something popping. And we buy up here popping. So we looking at the 15 minutes. The point of control is at $9.42. Let's go down and look at the, there's not really any obvious levels here, any kind of uptrend here. Let's go to the 5 minute. So we had a bottom down here at the 792s. 792s. And it's kind of just grinding around right now, but no obvious uptrend. I mean, this would be a super steep uptrend right here if we were to make this it. Let's go down to the 1 minute. Okay, we can see a little bit of, we had a bottom here. Let's get some imaginary lines going. See what it's actually going to try. What's actually going to try to hold up. Extend to the right. Oh boy, this is very steep. That's very steep. But basically with these imaginary lines, what I'm doing is I'm trying to draw a concept. Literally. draw a concept on the chart and see where respect levels are. And I'm only looking for the uptrends. Downtrends, I'm looking for those uptrends for some nice patterns and reversals. We have 8 million shares. It is catching up very quickly with IPDN. It may take the #1 spot on the day, but still waiting for something else to pop on the scans. If W or We Buy hits the scans, then I'll be more inclined to continue watch it as the most obvious stock. What's the float on We Buy? That's what I forgot to look at. We Buy floats and all of that good stuff. So go to key data. Float is under 1 million. Short percentage float is 25.99%. So quite a bit of a short floater. Let's look at the short interest here. Yeah, that short interest has jumped over the last, let's see, this is last month. It went up to 10%. And now on the 6/13 earlier this month is 25%. So definitely has jumped. Somebody was definitely planning to pump this up here. That plan has been in motion. Let's go look back at the news. Let's scroll up a little bit and see if they've got any questionable SEC filings in here. Foreign issuer, form effect. Any kind of questionable filings in here. That's what I'm looking for. November. Oh, this back 2024. But I remember that other stock, it had like a filing like a long, or it had a filing that could have went unnoticed. There was a way to sell like 100 million or whatever. I forgot. I forget these stocks so quick, man. I do. I forget these stocks, but I remember the concept of what the company was trying to do. All right, We Buy. You got room down here to, you got room all the way down here to, what's this level? 925s. You got a break point right here at the 1085. So what you trying to do, big boy? Got a high up here of 1186. Go ahead and slam down through that. Point of control right now is at the 11. Go ahead and slam down through this little imaginary line. We believe in you. We believe you can slam. It's got almost 10 million shares traded, up 112%. Okay, We Buy finally hit the scan. So it is on scan now. And it is currently up top. It is very high. Has a RVOL of just at 5, right? So that's what was taking it so long, is because people aren't interested in it. That's the problem. People are not interested in it. It's up here on light volume, and I'm just expecting it to slam. I'm expecting it to give us the Asian salute. The end of the month, let me take your money move. Nobody's interested. So if nobody else is interested, I don't want to be the only one trading in this thing, because it's a death trap. Let me read some of these comments. Let me see. So extended now. Yep, Donnell. Extended for sure. Yeah, people, the only people that are interested are shorts to knock it down. They're like, ooh, this thing is up with nobody up here, no buyers. Easy knockdown. %114 smaller and smaller breakouts here. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove BMNR. It's only 20%. It's 20% struggler. I'm not worried about that. You can die by yourself. Too much competition on the board for it. We Buy. Again, let's see how it challenges these imaginary lines. It has room all the way down here. Well, it's got a couple of points here. Got the imaginary line, got the $10 level, and it also has all the way down here to the 950s. Them 950s. You know you want to break. Come on. Where y'all short set? 5 million shares until it takes number one spot on the day. There we go. Straight through the imaginary line. Let's see how far it drops. It's got room all the way down here. What you want to do, man? Going back up. Looks like, does it want to make this imaginary line some type of resistance there? It's right there at 1130s. Tap the 1130 right there. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's So now it has room down to the next trend here. But this whole dollar level, this $10 level is probably gonna give it some type of support. And the further it gets away, the more it consolidates here, the further this trend gets away. So we're just looking for it to start to kind of be attracted to one of these trends here. But I do not like the way it's just sitting on 11. This is a hyper scalper's worst nightmare. Because if you're trading breakouts and things like that, trying to get those fast payments, this one will take your little soul. We need something that's moving with a reason. 1075, you got room all the way down here to the tens. What you trying to do? Looks like we're gonna be getting a new imaginary line here soon. There's a lower low. Nice. Okay. So let's go ahead. Oh, almost got to the 10. Let's see if it wants to push down anymore. $10 level right here, and then we got the imaginary line down here at 975. Where you want to go, big boy? Not quite. Not quite a test of the 10 yet. It's getting close though. Open up new candle right above the 10. Will it get a dash down through that 10? So right on that $10 level. Has the imaginary line down here at 980s. That whole dollar level giving the shorts a little bit of question. They're like, ooh, is this what is this? So I'm guessing that it's gonna bounce up a little bit here, maybe back to the 1040s or whatever. It's gonna hold this 10 a little bit and then crash out. Just a guess. Just a guess. Could be totally wrong, but you know, just a guess. About to close this candle. So let's see if it'll get back up to 1040s or does it want to just continue down. So now we got another signal that there's a turnaround. Let's go ahead and mark up this new inner imaginary line here to see how that holds. We'll see where that wants to go. Basically what we're looking for is a 3 touch. So we got on this first one, we got 1, 2, almost 3, and then a failure. We got 1 on the second one. We got 1, 2, and it almost got a touch here, but I don't know what it wants to do. And on this one, we got 1, 2, and we need a 3 somewhere up in here, which it has not done yet. Bottom of this candle is $9.89, right back to that $10 level. So it had to pop up, but overall trend still downward, still failing imaginary lines here. It may invalidate this one actually, if it can break to a lower low here, 988s. Let's see if it breaks. Right on that other one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. It's right on the other imaginary line there. But because it's making lower lows, definitely a reason to be wary. Let's go look at the 15-minute. Make sure we don't get tunnel vision on that. 15-minute, this is what we're looking at. Look at this, a complete engulf. Actually, let's go ahead and mark this up. So it's actually got confirmed resistance up here at the 1150s. Confirmed resistance on the 15-minute. We got another one popping up. Ooh, I didn't even see it. We got ARTL popping up. Low volume. It's got a lot of work to do, but it's a biotech. Let's go look at ARTL. We got some research to do on this one. ARTL up 145%. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let's see. All right, so let's read into this real quick. Well, I say real quick. Let's take our time reading this because it does not have the volume to compete on the day. All right, so first orally active fatty acid binding protein 5 inhibitor evaluated in humans. First in class approach targets unmet. Okay, so we need to take that in account. First class approach targets unmet need in no. It's the approach to an unmet need in a multi-billion-dollar pain management market. It says Artello Biosciences, a clinical stage pharmaceutical company, focused on modulating lipid signaling pathways to develop treatments for people living with cancer, pain, dermatological, and neurological conditions. Today announced favorable results from its first in-human study. Okay, evaluating ART 26.12, a novel inhibitor of fatty acid binding protein 5. FAB-BP5 or FAB-BP5. The results affirm the promising safety of pharmacokinetic profile previously observed in preclinical studies. Okay, so key findings include excellent safety results, predictable PK, therapeutic window, a wide safety margin was observed between let me just read these. Okay, excellent safety results. All adverse events were mild, transient, and self-resolving. No drug-related AE were observed in the blinded data set, and no tolerability issues or safety signals were detected across multiple assessments. Full dose exposure profiles were successfully explored. Plasma analysis confirmed dose dependent linear absorption. Okay, so they are talking a little bit of money. Let's see. So let's see. We are greatly encouraged with results. Blah blah blah. Okay, so the chronic pain therapeutics market exceeded 97 billion globally in 2023 and is expected to surpass 159 billion by 2030. So that's not particular to this company, but position. So they're just getting position for this global pain market. Okay, so let's see where this company is from. So ARTL. Definitely on the rise. 2 million shares traded, but still a lot of competition overhead with IPDN and W, whatever the other one was. The we buy. But it does have catalysts on the day. So Artilo Biosciences, a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company, develops, commercializes therapeutics, blah, blah, blah. We already did that. Synthetic dual cannabinoids. So it looks like they have a little bit of like marijuana or something like that. Protein coupled. G protein coupled receptor. No, it's not. Okay. I thought it was something dealing with marijuana, but not. Treatment, weight loss with cancer. Okay, so post-stress, PTSD, epilepsy, insomnia, pain, inflation. Pretty much every part of pain is what they're focused on. And this is what we just read. It offers the fatty acid binding protein. So it's got a lot of keywords. It's got prostate cancer, breast cancer, pain. Just pain, pain, pain is what it's doing. So we'll definitely keep this one on watch. It just needs more volume to compete. Let's flip back over to Benzina and see what that RVOL is looking like on this one. Look at that RVOL, 56 times its norm. So people are interested. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Let's go look at the daily chart real quick on ARTL. Do we have any obvious levels out here? So, and also I want to look at how many reverse splits they've done, but I'm gonna do that in a minute. Right. So it closed yesterday at 679, and it is all the way up to went all the way up to 2044. So we got a obvious level back here at the 18s, just sticking up out there like that. 1781, 18, somewhere up in there that we can put as a unconfirmed support. Actually, it's already under that. Wow. Unconfirmed. I'll just say unconfirmed level because I'm not sure what it's trying to do here. Copy, paste. There we go. Okay, and so let's go to the next one. Do we have any other standout unconfirmed levels? We want super obvious is what we're looking for. Just working our way back. We got something right here at 2081. So I'll duplicate this, drag this up, maybe 20, 21, 21 or whatever. That could be something that's super obvious. Let's drag it back some more. Not super obvious. That's the only thing. I want something that can just be seen by everybody. This can be seen by everybody at 18. So not sure. Let's pop over here to the 15-minute. Has not closed the 15-minute yet. These are the two levels that we placed. I'm not sure what it wants to do in these levels. Let's jump down to the 5 and to the 1. The only problem that I have with this is it's still got competition on the board above overhead, and it's only got 3 million shares traded. Now I know it could go crazy and all that good stuff, but I still want to follow. You know, want to see those trends. Want to see what it's got going on here. Let's see. Is this too steep? Oops. No, wrong thing. Let me grab the other one. Okay, we had one right there. Let's grab this one. So it had a little, it started off really, really getting it. That's too steep. Yeah. Yeah, I can't really draw any other ones. So just gonna start from this one, go straight up. We had that one. We'll see how that holds if it wants to create a new bottom under 16. But it's got a lot of good news on it. I would say be patient on it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna give some good setups. The ATR on this one is looking like $1.46. So could definitely make a dollar very quickly, but I'm gonna be patient on this one. Monday morning, we're talking about pain, we're talking about cancer, we're talking about all these things. So I want to identify the uptrend. Identify the uptrend. It's got pretty good news too. It's got a really good reason to go up. But still, it's got too much overhead. If we buy 17 million on the board, it at least needs to get up to 10 million. But I'm very interested on this one at the open and on throughout the day. I think it could go up to like, a good amount. See if it makes new lows here. And it just walked down for a little bit. But I think this is probably going to become the number one on the day, even though it's not there yet. And I'm thinking with how it's looking, it can come back and at least test 17. So let's say if it drops down here to, I don't know, 14 or so. What is the probability that it comes back and tests this level that it's struggling on right here at 17? Little tapsy, little tapsy do. Are we creating a new level here? Kind of hard to tell there. Not really obvious. Oh, wait. Get a little bit more volume on this. This thing's gonna be beautiful. We get some more volume and we get a nice little dip where a lot of people can get in. Whew, it's gonna be nasty. Going up there, trying to get back to that other imaginary line. Let's see what happens when it taps it. A little tap there. Let's get that slam. Let's get that slam up in here. Full tap on it. Gonna need some more volume, buddy, to push those limits. Yep, there's a little slam down. So that's what I'm looking for, is for some type of respect to be on these imaginary lines names, right? Let's see you start to respect these previous so-called uptrends. And we're looking to see if it can break down. It's got a bottom here of 1650, 1647. It is traveling around these unconfirmed levels. If it drops below, I'll put this as a confirmed resistance level for it to retest. But as of right now, we're seeing the lower highs, looking for it to get on back under 1781. 1781. We don't even have 5 million shares on this thing yet. Like, come on, man. Come on down, big boy. Let's identify another uptrend. It's got our vol over here of 100, just about 100 now. We got something else popping up. MNTS just came up there very quickly and went off. Let me see what that is. MNTS very quickly. Oh no. Oh no. It came up above 2 for like a second. What's the news on this one? MNTS. It's up 47%. It was awarded a NASA contract in space power systems demonstration. So it is right behind the other one. But I think ARTL has a little bit better news. We'll put this one on as well. So MNTS competing with ARTL right now for volume. ARTL coming on down. Let's see if we can get a new bottom. All this consolidation. We buy, okay, so we buy, where you at? So it just is consolidating under that. I put unconfirmed support, but it looks like this is turning into resistance. Got to find some new levels. So we have four stocks up right now with catalysts on the day. The good thing about this is we have options. The bad thing is you got to go through the catalyst and see what is the best thing. What is the thing that can give you the most payout today? And for me right now, it's still ARTL. Just gotta determine where the next uptrend is. Look for a fall off. And look for more volume to come in. Look for we buy and all these to go stagnant. MNTS. This is a very hairy last day of the month. I do know that because there's a lot moving. We got 5 stocks up here sucking up volume. Once ARTL, well, MNTS is already past BMNR, so we pretty much just got 4 stocks to watch. BMNR just holding around that 20% level. It's got way too much competition on the board. Way too much. ARTL looking for your breakdown so we can identify another uptrend. MNTS big slam down back towards $2. This one just continued. It looks like it wants to die off. 17 million on the board. Yeah. Go ahead and break down. Get us a new trend going. Where those buyers want to start participating again. So hit a low of, let me see, the low of this one was 1624. Low of this one is 1650. So it's got about 25 cents to fall here. MNTS, big wicks over here. 8 million shares traded. A lot of competition on the board. What can give us the most bang for our buck? Okay. So a little bit of a stop point, but not really. That doesn't really, oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and get a move down then. Come on, move down, big boy. Destroy so that we can see where the buyers are interested. See at least a try down to the 1624s. We buy just making lower lows, walking on down. IPDN. Okay. This one, man, look at these wicks. Yeah, these wicks are not pretty. Only up 64% when we got 150% movers up here. Not my type of moves. So right now, yeah, ARTL is the one I'm watching. Has previous levels that it traded down into down here to the 13s and all of that. And I'm completely fine with waiting for it to get back down there and looking for it to retest these this 17s. Did something else just pop in? Let me turn my notifications on. That's why I'm not hearing that. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Just need a breakdown. 1624s. Getting further and further away from this, what we thought was a trend, and now looking like more and more consolidation. Got to identify new trend. INTS, or not IN, MNTS, back up here to the top 240s. More and more wicks. Let's go look at the 15-minute on this one. Well, 15-minute is irrelevant. Kind of just doing this little thing. Yeah. It's got 12 million shares traded, man. Like all of these stocks above, whoa. All these stocks above ARTL look like trash. So may have to wait a little bit for ARTL, especially if it does a big dip. I'm gonna be like, like that. I like that. We buy still marching down. So we buy, I think I'm gonna pop off of the main watch because anybody can do what it's doing using paper or using Coinbase as a payment system. IPDN, what was this? It had a SEC filing that isn't even its own. MNTS. This one wins a contract in a highly competitive U.S. Space Force Sustained Space Maneuver Challenge. Okay, so mission demonstrates low-cost multispectral rendezvous with where am I at? Rendezvous technology. Okay. Momentous Inc., a U.S. commercial space company offering satellite buses and in-space infrastructure services, today announced it has signed a 1.86 million direct to phase 2 small business innovation research. Okay. Innovation arm. That's okay. I mean, I definitely keep it on watch. It's got better news than the other one. It's only up 39% though. BMNR private placement to initiate Ethereum treasury strategy. All right, so yeah, I'm just not too in love with those. IPDN trying to wake up, but yeah, okay. We did get a drop off of this one. Let's look at for a new uptrend here. Well, it hasn't even settled yet. It's gonna have to settle a little bit. What's the bottom of this? 1515. And we have this previous level of the 13s that was traded around. Only 5 million shares on it though. Got a lot of work to do, big boy. MNTS, if it goes under $2, I don't want to see, I don't want anything to do with that. DN, big wicks down here, went up to 4 and slammed all the way back down to 430s. So we're looking for interest to fade off of some of these and one to become the one. And I'm thinking it's going to be ARTL still. All right, so now we got a nice definite little movement over here. Couple moves up, we'll see how that holds, or if it wants to continue to break down, and if it does, we'll make another one. This one's kind of irrelevant because for it to get back up straight up here, I don't think that's gonna be natural until the open. $7.16. Are you gonna invalidate this? Do you want to move down here? Your low is 15s, 15.11, 15.25. You trying to invalidate already? Open up the new candle there. Yeah. So much going on. Okay, MNTS did fail back under $2, so that one's good enough for the watch, especially if it stays under 2. So now we only have 4 to watch. So we got WeBuy, IPDN, BM. That one's probably gonna fall off. BM, BR. All right, so yeah, 4 to watch. That's what we want to do. We want to narrow this thing down to make it easier for us to work. ARTL chopping around that 16. But that low volume though, it's my only issue with it. These other ones are almost up to 20 million. Almost up to 20 million. And this one, why is IPDN almost up to 20 million going sideways like this? Who is interested in this over something like ARTL? I don't understand it. So now we have a validated, we got the 1, 2, 3. Now let's see if it can actually come back through this level, or is it gonna start working up here? 1781 still up there as a wall. Point of control is at 1691 right now. Got the 3 tap. Let's go look at the 15 minute. Only thing that is missing is the volume on the day. 15 minute, we still got our wall up here at 7,881. 5 minutes. 1 minute. Getting shoved back down there. See if it closes like this. Yeah. So this is our new trend that we'll see if it becomes some type of resistance. All right, BMR has lost itself. It's about to go under 20%. So it's a 20% struggler today. Going up there, tapping that level. Still got this bottom here. Looking for that snatch down. Looking for that 781 to hold down here. Crush those hopes and dreams. $781 again, holding down. Low volume, man. Low volume will keep those breakouts from happening, especially with too much competition over the board, because the shorts have to be piled on for it to just explode up. There's got to be shorts there. Right now, we buy is the thing that's popping back up. Popped from 871 back up here to this $10 level. Could not reclaim that 10. Got a bottom right here, 1650s for it to break down. Mm-hmm. There we go, right back down to the imaginary line. So now we got even more confirmation. This is going to be a big dump if it dumps. Is this going to close as a hangman here? Looks like it is. On low volume. So just a game of patience this morning. Just a game of patience. Waiting for that breakdown. Where could it go down to? Could it go down to 13? It's got a bottom down here at 10. So many places it could go. And this still closed as a hangman. So we're expecting some type of downwards movement. It had the bottom on this candle of 1683. Let's see if it can get down through that level. We buy continue to wick up here. 20 million shares on board. IPDN is also right behind it with 20 million. There's a little bit of the lower breakdown there. So let's see if it wants to go back down here and retest 1520s. Quite a bit of a pullback though. So this is 1, 2, 3 tests for sure here. Lower highs. See how this closes. So this is two hangmen right beside each other. So I don't know what that's gonna mean. Still on low volume. Still haven't seen 10 million shares traded on it. It might be one of those halters, man. On ARTL, as soon as the market opens, it just halts. One way or the other. Come on, big boy. Make that lower. Yep, got it there. Okay. So let's see if we can get another imaginary line and see if it'll start to respect this other one here. Looking at the 15-minute, went back up there and touched that 1781. Plenty of room. Plenty of room still to play around. Can we identify a flat bottom? That would be another setup we could do. If we could see it come down and make multiple tests on a flat bottom, then a move up, that could be dope. And Cable said that ARTL had a reverse split like a week and a half ago. Go check that out. Go see if I'm gonna get killed on a reverse split here. ARTL reverse split. It's done 3 reverse splits in its tenure. It did one on June 21st, 2019, one on August 10th, 2022, one on June 13th, 2025. That may be why it's receiving so little interest. What if it yeah, it may not be worth the squeeze, man. Is the juice worth the squeeze over here on ARTL? We buy coming back up there to the $10 level, not being able to break back over 20 million shares. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna have to play it safe on ARTL. Like why? Okay, it's been out a long enough time for a lot of volume to come in on it. Why is it just barely getting over 6 million shares traded? And why is we buy still with so much, animosity? Why are they so interested in these other two? Do they know something we don't know? All right, so let me see this one. So we got another little trend here, higher low. So right here, and then we also have this right here. Bam. Do they know something we don't know though? Questionable. ARTL is gonna make a lower low here, higher low just within the trend there, but definitely looking like it's going flat. This one down here working on the head and shoulders pattern. Got a shoulder there, head there. We'll see if it continues to hold under this 965. Only up 68%. I don't know, man. This is a questionable morning with ARTL. At first, I was like, yeah, this one might be the best one. But now that I look at those reverse splits, I'm like, is this thing really worth it? I mean, it's got good news, supposedly. It's all about pain. Hmm. Looks like it might be making a lower low here and invalidating some more stuff. Oh man, made a lower low. See, so the low here is 1525. At 1525 there. It's got room back up here to the 1781s, but I don't know, man. This 15-minute and the 5-minute just don't look friendly right now. Looks like it just wants to continue breaking down. We buy 21 million shares traded. IPDN still going down, not really any moves up. I don't know. What's y'all's number one pick on the day? You got We Buy, you got IPDN. What's your what is the thing that you're thinking on today? Because right now I'm just kind of like at a stalemate because this thing continues to make lower highs or lower lows, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know about this. I'm at a stalemate. It is 7:34. We Buy continues to look like it wants to get back over 10. We have not done any more uptrends on it, so let's do that. Got that right there. These are pretty much irrelevant all the way up here. It's got to prove itself. Then we got this one up in here. A couple spaces it could fail back to. IPDN, I don't think it has any uptrends. Good morning, Keith. You're looking into MNTS. Yeah, we looked at that one. I fell in love with a space one too, ASTI, the other day. They can definitely have, it's kind of like they got to compete on the day though. There's a lot of competition on the day for MST, whatever, MSTS. So I want to see, more volume stop over here on some of these that don't make sense, like We Buy, and IPDN just don't make sense, but they're up and they have volume. ARTL breaking down here Is it gonna break to new lows? Please break to new lows. Show us that you can get down. Show us that you can get down. Got all this space and opportunity. Let's go ahead and run it down. Just needs to break down 15.25 to show us true bearishness. 15.37. Okay. A little breakdown. Yeah. I think ARTL, the best thing about it is its range. Like you can get in, make $1 real quick. You know what I mean? But those reverse splits though might kill the game. Yesterday it closed with an ATR of 53 cents. So, come on, break that 15.25 down. Make that lower low. Continue to walk them down. Low of this was 15.30. Still has not broke that low. 15.20, 15.17, somewhere up in there. Definitely clap this one up, remove that. So at this point, it's not enough confirmation for me. I'm just seeing consolidation. I mean, it does have room back up to the 1781s, but it's kind of a slow mover here. See, we got to identify a new uptrend. Breaking out of this consolidation, there's 15. Got room down here really to the 13s. Oh boy, this patience, man. Patience, patience. Okay, so now we got another trend here. Actually, I can't put that in yet. I'm gonna wait. Go back over here and look at WeBuy. WeBuy doing this thing to the downside. Yep. ARTL pushing on down to the brink of non-existence here. Down to the 14s. We'll have to wait for a green candle to see if it can start a new uptrend. Almost a 10 million shares traded moving down like this. Yeah, 13s was where this 1330s, somewhere up in here, 1330, 1380s looks like a previous level. But I wanted to confirm higher lows and an uptrend first. Rebuy. Boy, if it comes all the way down here to 1054s, boy, it's gonna be crazy. 20 minutes from the 8 o'clock top of the hour. Just doing stair steps down at this point. Let's go look at the 15 minute. Look at that 15 minute. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's some heavy bleeding. All right, let's go look at IPD. Whew. Yeah, nice little grind down. We buy wicks everywhere. BMNR isn't even moving anymore. We got another one popping up. XCUR. Up 118%. Let's go read up on this one. So this one, oh, its news is from 27. No day one catalyst. All right, never mind. No day one catalyst on XCUR, just up 105%. Okay, so let's go look at this daily chart on XCure. Now, if it gets more volume than ARTL, then wow. I mean, it's got a later start, no catalyst on the day. Let's look over here on the daily chart for XCure. 589. So it was trading at 589. It is now at $12. So 12 went all the way up to 1585. So 16 was a top point that 16 was a top point for it, unconfirmed and with no catalyst. So we'll edit this. Unconfirmed, no catalyst. Unconfirmed level. July. Today is the 30th. Okay, so unconfirmed level up there at the 16s. But it's down to the 12s now, so definitely gave back pretty quickly. So we got 5 things going, man. 5 things on the menu. We buy continue to go down to $9. Boom. ARTL struggling around the 14. It's just a lot of struggle today. A lot of struggle. BMRN. Okay. Let's see what the catalyst was for XCure on the other day, though. So previous catalyst on June 27th, it was earnings, first quarter 2025 earnings. So, yeah, you know, not the hottest thing in June, just earnings. I mean, maybe it'll grind up or whatever, but I'm looking for some right now pay, not a grind. IPDN. EMR. Okay. Let's jump down into the 5 minutes. Definitely got some type of 15 minute holding it down here. 15 minute. Confirmed resistance. It had, wow, kind of dumping there. Back under 100% now. Only a million, just over a million shares traded. So definitely not in the competition. ARTL down at 14 bucks. Let me jump to the, well, let's go through the rest of these first. Did we already mark this up? Yeah, 15 minute there. Let's jump back down here to the 1 minute on ARTL. So we got a new little trend here. We'll see if, whoops. We'll see if this ends up doing anything. It's got this trend overhead of up here at $16. Got a bottom here around 1386. It's like you did get your bounce around 1380s. I don't know if you took it, but I'm just waiting. See if we can slow down around this 14 level coming into the open. It may take a dump before it does anything though. 7 million shares traded. Man, these things cannot get over. Oh yeah, Xcure just taking souls back to the downside. Nice. At 1480 made 1,000. Nice. So coming up here to this level of the 1645s. We'll see if it goes, if it follows through here. Yeah. Coming on up back to this level. Let's see if it starts to top tick here. 1650s back towards the 16s. Yep, there it goes. See if we can get back under 16. There's 16. So it's got this bottom down here. We'll see if it continues to uptrend, but more consolidation looks like it's on the way. Nice trade though. Top ticking again there in the previous trend. Hmm. Top ticking right around that trend. So might as well mark this up as a little channel here as well. See how that does. Let's see where you wanna go, go. Ooh, quite a bit of a fallback right there. I'm saying, man, this low volume, man, we need more of the volume. All right, we buy still sitting still. IPDN. BMNR. Did it get Catalyst or something? Another one? No, it's just still the same thing. Okay. Wait. BMNR. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Why does this thing pop so much? Oh, new news came out for it. What is it? Just a repeat. It's a repeat of what they did. They said a 250 million private placement to initiate Ethereum, whatever. What? Okay, so they're $4 per share, 450 per share. Okay, let's look over here. So we got today pricing 450, but it's already reached 450. Why would they? What? It makes no sense. They've already per share for expected aggregate gross proceeds of two. Well, they're gonna make more than 250, especially if they dump from right here, because their target was 450, and they're up here to $12. So, I mean, this thing's looking real dangerous on BM. This thing was going flat forever and just ruptured the top of the ceiling. BMNR doing its thing up 100. So we have 300% movers today. I'm wondering, man. I'm wondering what's gonna happen with our boy ARTL with this one coming up like this. Now it's up 200%. Look at this. Yeah. Okay. This is acting like the last day of the month now. We're starting to see some craziness. Imagine, okay, so their target was 250 million at 450. How much more have they already made? This is what, three times their target. All they want to do is dump. So I don't know. All I can see is dumping from here on BMNR, and it has more volume than ARTL. More volume than ARTL, more volume than Xcure. So I'm watching these volume levels as well. Where are people interested? Look at these RVOLs. WeBuy has only 11. Look at everybody else up here. It's RVOL. 166, 200, 100, 100. And you're down here telling me, no, WBuy is dead in this race. It's got the most volume, but somebody's going to catch it and they're going to lap it. BMNR, all they got to do is dump. So I ain't worried about that. We buy. All right. So again, coming on back down. We top tick that, coming back down 14. So next level it's got down here is like 10 something. Very quick little pump and drop. I guess if somebody was holding to see if it can break out of this 1780, they are really in pain right now. Because up here, this break of this trend was 1680s. And now it's down to 14. So that's a $2 loss if somebody was trading up high. Xcure going on back down and becoming a 20% struggler. So that's dead. All the way back down there. It's going to be falling off the watch here soon. ARTL, BM, NR. Very, very nasty moves on these wicks. Yeah, I think it's a lot of buffoonery going on today. Like a lot. Way more than normal. A lot of volume coming in there. This 280 level. Look at that. Look at that volume shooting across the screen. Those shorts. Ooh. That was loud. turn my volume down before I blow my eardrums there. All right. Yeah. Definitely in an overall defensive position on the last day of the month. About to be 8 o'clock. Got another hold down here, but small breakdown. So it's just got to get below 1359 at this point. Way too much competition above it, though. I wish I was this company, having my shares pop up three times my target. I would be dumping. Oh, they are dumping. Look at that. I would be dumping, boy. You would never see those prices again. This thing's going back to $2. It closed yesterday or last week at 426. Man, I'll be selling so much, which is what they're doing. Makes sense. I mean, I just want to see what's gonna hold up during. I mean, we got 7 stocks up here. XCure is about to fall off, but 4 stocks up here. What's gonna actually hold up? Like, ARTL. I'm not confident in this trend it's got going on here because I don't know if this is a trend. This might just be more consolidation. Hmm. All right, XCure is under 20% now. So definitely a dead chart there, especially with all the other competition. It's barely reached, 20%, holding 20%. BMR slamming back up. Coming back to what looks like a shoulder here, 1225s. So it's got and these are skinny shoulders too. This is a 1 minute skinny shoulder. 1225 head and then right here. So let's see if it gets back under 12s. Skinny little shoulders. $12.04s. Right at that 12 level. Yeah, there's break of 12. A lot of depth in the market today, for sure. This one top ticked another trend there. It's gonna break the lower lows. $8.01. Breaking the lower lows there. We have to reevaluate here. A second. $13.50s. Can you hold up that? Opening up a little bit higher. So, I mean, this could be just a gigantic bull flag, but I don't know. Bottom of this is 14. This thing still hasn't reached over 10 million shares traded. Something minutes until the open. Pre-market has been one of those things I wanted to participate, but nothing really gave me a reason to. You know, I kind of stayed out of some of these moves because of things that just wasn't lining up. Okay. So we're going to see a secondary failure here. Or is it wanting to pump up? It's not moving anymore. Yeah, BMNR is looking like it's taking the lead on the day, becoming the number one with all this volume. And if it's leading, I definitely want to be waiting because they can dump at any moment. It's going to knock through that 14. Looks like it is. Yep. Okay. Big slams, yeah, bunch of danger. Yeah, my capital is thanking me right now for just looking through and just being like, you know what, that don't even make sense. Why would we be buying up here when this company is in the most dangerous position to do an offering? If they do an offering, let me just tell you, it's gonna get down to 4 real quick. And they're gonna make millions. Cause if 450 made them 250 million, this they made what 700, maybe 750 million if they drop their shares down. I'm like, nah, it's too much reason for them to sell. Way too much. ARTL, you're gonna go ahead and go on down for us. Going down for a real one. Bottom here is 1371. It's sitting on 1450. Boy, these slams on BMNR are just insane. We just looked at this and it's slamming down, slamming back up. So this is shorts and longs getting punished. People getting stopped out. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Why? Why do you punish us, old market, by showing us things that we can't participate in? Why? Look at these little bitty breakouts. Let's see if it'll slam again after this breakout. Look at this breakout from 444 up to 455. 10-cent breakout for a 50-cent move down. Oh my, this thing's killing. 10-cent breakout for a 50-cent move down. You know it hit some stops. That's insane. Oh, they're mad. They're mad. They're big mad. Big mad. Yeah, this thing's just not doing anything anymore. Big mad, man. You know how mad I would be if that thing came down and stopped me out at $14 and then jump right back up to 15. This is emotional torture, is what it is. Like, bruh. Nothing to do on WeBuy, just breaking lower, making lower lows. And then it dumps 15 all the way back down to $13.93, $14. So $1 loss for anybody else that jumped in. It's punishing people. It is punishing people. All right. ARTL. Did you make a lower low this time? Let's see. Low here was 14.10. then 14.15. Are we ready to move up finally before this open? Are we ready to move up? We got 15 minutes until the open. Has a touch point, previous touch point of the 1780s up there. I don't know if we can get all the way back up there, but point of control is at the 1690s. So I'm just watching. Held this level for a bit. 10.59. So it's got a $4 drop to 10.59. We buy, waking up. That's not good. Out of all the things that was gonna wake up, why we buy? They get news 8. Looks like they might have got a repost. Let's see what this news is. We buy Coinbase. Same, it's just a repeat. A repeat of this is the Asian company. I mean, it's a repeat of their previous output. Make sure they're not doing any kind of crazy offerings back here. We buy, accept payments. Okay. No kind of crazy offerings, but Asian company. So definitely be careful on that one if you're gonna go put your money on that one. Okay. Another lower low. So I think patience is due here. See what a breakdown looks like on it. We buy down. Love to see it pull a red to green, like dip down a lot and come back up for a green move through, like RTL for a test back up to 1718. That'll be dope. But just gotta be careful. I think that's the setup that I'm going for today. That red to green on ARTL. But it's getting on up here, 1543s. See what that pullback looks like off of this. This is a pretty big move here. Let's see you pull back a little bit, big boy. You got 15 minutes until the open. And we're getting a nice little top here of 1589. It could be crossed later on today at the open. So looking good. Let's let this close. What does a pullback look like here? Got a couple minutes left. Just calm down. Calm down. And it's not coming down. Come on, bro. Chill. Got a couple minutes before the open. You messing up the whole setup. The whole setup, bro. You did not need that. This thing is messing up my setup here. I mean, yeah, it's got a good little point there, but yeah, can't do anything with that. Especially if it fails from here. 10 minutes left and it's coming up to this point. Uh, it's got to pull back. I mean, it's got room all the way back to the 1443s down here. So definitely leaving me in a very peculiar situation moving early like this. Almost a 10 million shares traded too. $17.80s. Get that snatched down. Okay. Back up to that level. Jump back over to these other ones. BMNR working its way down. We buy. Okay. Oh well. Not what I'm looking for. Man, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for this move at the open, man. This is disheartening. Literally had 8 minutes to go, bro. You couldn't wait 8 minutes, bro. And now the pullback might be too much. Like I gotta wait for it to actually. I mean, this thing might drop through the floor or go to the ceiling. Mm, mm, mm. 8 minutes, bro. I was just gonna be patient. Now back under 1781 is gonna be bearish movement. Well, it may not go back under 1781. Hmm. I think I'll just have to, play it once it comes down or something. It's got plenty of range, so it just hit 10 million shares traded. Finally. Man. All right, less than 7 minutes left. If it gets back under 1781, I'm gonna have to let it come down here and check off one of these points. I don't know how low it can go. Got the 1416s down here, 1341s, and then it's got the 1062s. Dang, man. I saw it slow down here, and I was like, I mean, it slowed down right around this little bottom, but I was like, I don't think I want that. I don't think I want that. But sometimes it doesn't matter what you want. Mm-hmm. Give me a little pullback. Give me a little pullback. 6 minutes left into the open. It's already extended to the upside coming into the open. So, and it's Monday morning, and it's the last day of the month. So, definitely want to keep all that in mind. So, we're about to see what's truly strong on the day. Hmm. 5 minutes left into the open. Hmm. Back past this 1781 is not going to look pretty. Snatching and grabbing there. Opening up mid candle. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that might continue to go up. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, pre-market is looking cooked for me. Mm, mm, mm. Bottom side of this candle is 20.35. Two minutes left. Show us. Do another rotation through. We buy getting back under 9, so we're not really worried about that one. IPDN doing nothing. BMNR still with more volume than ARTL. 20 million. Everything else up here has 20 million shares traded except ARTL. So there's the drop. Can we get back to 1781s? We got a minute left. 1781 for the shorts. Got real heavy up there. Big long 1 minute candle to the downside, testing right above 20. One minute left into the open. I mean, at this point, I mean, where's the uptrend here? There is none. It's got room all the way back down here to the 14s. $30 seconds left. ATRs are about to populate here. 20 seconds. Here's the open. ATR is coming out now. ATR high up here 2109. Looking for the breakdown under 1988's. 1988 breakdown. It's already extended, has all the reason in the world to come down. Halted. All right, let's jump over here to we buy red, IPDN red, Accure, XCure, BMNR red, and ARTL halted up. Said this earlier that it probably could halt up, but it is what it is. Let me look at what just came up here. XCure is already under 20%, looks like. Yeah, XCure dove down to 10%. So yeah, definitely off the radar. It is what it is, man. We buy acting up. Let's see if it fails out. The market, the overall market, let's look at that. Is it coming down? Still green. But some big wicks there at the open on the market coming down here towards the 22,800s. Looking a little bit red. Like it wants to go from green to red. Well, we got opportunity. We just need to see what's going to hold up the ATR highs at this point. ATR high on WeBuy is right here at 894s. 890s. Right up there, that green line. See if it falls through. BMNR is already under its ATRs. And TOS is not keeping up because this, I see the price moving. It's saying 1418, but I'm seeing no movement on the chart. So a little bit of lag on the system. ARTL halted down under the ATR lows. Has room all the way down there, but I don't even know, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna mess with that. WeBuy. Anyway, I think I'm gonna come back later on in the day. I'll update you guys in the Discord. Pre-market was just botched. I mean, I just had to sit and watch and wait and just see people go through pain. For right now, though, this is what the month is looking like. Right now, my profit loss ratio is 3.58 to 1. You know, right around a 50% win rate. And something that's just popped on. But here's what we're looking like. We're on day 30. So we had a couple of bumpy rides in the first week. Couple of bumpy days on Fridays. This Friday was a bumpy day. I was down a lot. And now we're here on the 30th on a Monday on the last day of the month. So that's what we're kind of closing it down at. Let's jump back over here. WeBuy crashing down through the floor, down towards these bottoms. BMNR came back up a little bit, but again, chart not moving. I don't know why this chart is moving. No, it's not. Look, the charts are not moving. Okay. So this is not good. I'm seeing the prices, but charts are not moving. I know ARTL is halted, but look at this. Still at 393. Look, this says 409 over here. Nah, bro. Something's going on. Nah. Look at this. 510. This showing 405 right here. So it's 1405. So it's actually down here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. This is a setup. Yeah, I don't like the way today is going. I might come back later on in the day and see if anything's holding up when the charts are actually working, but this is crazy. Look at this. Just opened up and now you're down here. So you got stuck. The chart stopped moving at 15 and now it's down here at 13. That's nah, bro. I'll be calling TOS. Bro, I was in a trade. Yep, what? Y'all got me cooked. Anyway, I got to jump out of here, get ready for this morning meeting. Appreciate you guys for tuning in for sure. I will update you guys in the Discord for any other things that I'm looking at. But right now, just, you know, I'm taking my time and not trying to end the month with a big red. Anyway, that is it for today. As far as the stream goes. And as always, let's see you guys in the next one. Peace. I gotta play this music so I can stay calm, you know? It's like, bro, we having technical issues that I'm glad I'm not a part of. Just crazy, man. Just insane. ARTL halted back up, just swung down, halted back up, just and the chart is not moving. It's trading right now, but the chart isn't moving. Bruh. Yup. This is a good day just to go make some money doing something else. Come back after everybody else is hurt. Yup. ATR high is 2117. It did cross that 2178, but I mean, we can't see it. It's halted now. And look where this is at. Look at this. It just jumped up. Yeah. This is not looking so good. All right, y'all. Peace out.